If everyone is you pushed out, and if self-concept is so important, then all you have to do is be the person who has your specific romantic interest, who has the money, right? All you got to do is be that person now and have your desire, right? But a lot of you guys watching this video are probably like, yeah, easier said than done. But you see, if that is your mindset, then that is where you're messing up. Okay? Because even the idea that it is so difficult to shift to that identity overnight is wrong. You see, when people talk about manifestation is instant and that you can get your SP overnight, if a coach is really being honest with you, they don't actually mean that you're going to get the result that you want in the 3D overnight. But the state itself, the identity itself, you can get that overnight. And I have a lot of coaches who I love and admire, and all of them say the same thing, that it's not so much the desire that you're trying to manifest, it is this state, the feeling of this is who I am. Well, you can give yourself that right now, but I'm not going to continue on this bullshit. I'm going to tell you how to do it. The way you do it is, I'm gonna use a very popular example, okay? Let's say your bank account is extremely low and you have the desire to be financially free, but I mean, you're in fucking negative right now, okay? Clearly, you feel like shit. You're even a little frustrated because work is only getting more tiring, right? Yet you realize, like, you know, all these manifestation coaches who are telling me to just be in the end and, you know, do sats and, you know, fucking upside down yoga, right? Fuck this shit. I'm going to just give up, right? Look, you will step into that state right now. You ready for this? If you look at that bank account, you open up Wells Fargo and you see that your life basically, like the numbers just literally spell out, you suck, right? You need to look at that fucking phone and go, this is a fucking separate timeline. I have nothing to do with this. Thank God I'm not in this fucking reality. I'm actually the motherfucker who CEOs want to off themselves because of how fucking rich I am. You want to go fucking ballistic and say, man, yeah, okay, they're evicting me. Yeah, well, it's a good fucking thing that I'm a fucking billionaire in my true reality. This is funny. Good luck to this guy, right? You want to talk about this version of yourself that you're seeing in the 3D right now who doesn't have the money as a separate version of yourself. And you're probably thinking, oh yeah, easy for you to say, Neo, where you're over here in this beautiful scenery while I'm over here living on the streets. But you and I both know. You and I both know that we have heard of people who have manifested crazy stuff in dire situations, okay? And yeah, I get it. Some of you guys have it really bad in the 3D. But think of it this way. For any of you guys who are in emergency situations, right? Think of it this way. If you can breathe, if you can still be relatively healthy, right? There's a reason why you're still here on this earth, okay? And I'll get you with something else. If you are trying to go from being homeless or in a very horrible breakup, right? If you're trying to get to the point where you are going to manifest a complete 360 where all of a sudden, no, you're making bank, you have money, just, I mean, people are fucking throwing their businesses at you, and all of a sudden you have a SP who wants a restraining order on you, to all of a sudden they are in love with you, and you guys have the greatest marriage of all time, so much that People magazine is interviewing the two of you. If you want to go from that to that, don't you think it's going to require a little work? And when I say work, I don't mean looks maxing clavicular style. I don't mean you know, figuring out 10 years worth of entrepreneurship. I'm talking about the type of work that 99% of people who are trying to manifest their SP or a physical appearance change or anything are not doing. Because when you look at Michael Jordan, who is the greatest basketball player of all time, all of you LeBron James fans, unsubscribe. When you look at Michael Jordan, do you really think that he just got there by being a lazy ass? When you think of Warren Buffett, right? Do you think that he got there just by being a lazy ass? Well, what is the version of being a lazy ass as a manifester? By simply doing a technique and then checking the 3D and saying, is it here yet? Is it here yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Checking to see if you're doing it right. That's what the 99% are doing. You go on Reddit, you just look at the fucking comments on YouTube where people are saying, what do I got to do? My SB has me blocked. Am I doing this right? What should I do? Just like any field in life, you want to know what you do what the 99% are not doing, okay? You do what feels the least comfortable. It feels very uncomfortable to tell yourself that even when you are about to get evicted, like, no, I'm actually a fucking millionaire. But get this, I'm not even telling you that you have to force yourself to believe it. If you hear a coach tell you that, block them, sue them, take their lunch money away, but don't give them a single penny of your money ever again. All you have to do is say it the same way that I'm speaking into this microphone right now. You want to speak into the microphone of your consciousness, whether it's out loud, whether it's mumbling to yourself, or whether it's in your head. I personally like to just kind of like almost whisper it to myself or mouth it because I feel it hits the subconscious better, but to each his own. However way you tell yourself something where you don't seem schizophrenic, you want to say the version of what you want it to be to yourself. If you are getting evicted, no, you are a billionaire. If you are blocked on all platforms by your SP, no, they are chasing you so much that you want to fucking block them. Okay? You guys are in the best relationship. You and even go above and beyond and revise your memories and look at all the times that the relationships went to crap and say, no, actually, every single one of my exes proposed to me, whether you're a guy or a girl. Doesn't matter. If you're a guy, it even is crazier because most women don't propose either ways. But guy or girl, you can say, they always proposed to me. All the relationships were perfect. I was the one who broke up with them because I was like, I could do better. Tell yourself a different story. And guess what? The same chemical reactions that your body would be experiencing if that actually happened, you will feel that if you continue to persist in that story. This is an ongoing reminder throughout the day until this becomes natural to you. Okay? But for you to think that you have to feel that it makes sense, it doesn't have to make sense. You just got to trust that this is how reality works. Okay? So if you want to go more in depth on manifesting a career, a specific person, or anything for that matter, physical appearance change, Cristiano Ronaldo, if you want to manifest anything, book a call with me. The links are in the description.